Yeah, we about to go live.
That's all right. Long as you ain't slow
Act
dancing.
like you got on some skate. Act 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 like you got on some skate. Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, man. Another Sunday in the building. Let me know everything look good, sound good. Hurricane Kilo already off in this thing, man. Say what's good, Cole. What's good with you? Man, got to make some changes here. Had a super exciting Sunday, I have to say. I'm going to wait till a couple of people get back in the building, man. I got to tell y'all about one of our own, man, who's doing big things here in the community. It's super huge. But before I go ahead and get started, already got 31 in the chat, man. Appreciate it. Perfect. Got the thumbs up. Coach getting over his little cold. It wasn't COVID. It wasn't COVID. Also, you notice I don't have my headphones on, right? I thought I was charging them up, but I didn't have the plug in that good. So I'm making sure they over there charging right now. We're gonna check it out and see right quick, man. Yeah, man, I'm my boy Street. They say want me to come on. Yeah, Street, you more than welcome to come on, man. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna take care of some housekeeping. And yeah, dog, you more than welcome to come on because you actually got something. You dropped your tape today with Shamar Stewart and his coach, Coach Mo, and I really want to kind of dissect that, man. So I thought it was a great interview. I definitely want to talk about it. I'll go ahead and send you the link right now as I wait for my doggone headphones to charge. Hey, Coach blew it right now. One man show. We got to make it happen. So Street, if you're paying attention, man, I'm sending you the link right now. But I'll get you on as soon as I get some charge on these doggone headphones, bro, and we'll get it going. So I just sent you the link, my man. You know you always welcome to come on the show anytime. But anyway, let me go ahead and knock this piece out right now. As we all know, my man, actor man E, who used to come on the show a lot, you know, that's my brother. You know what I mean? Just like V12, man. We go from knee high to a grasshopper. And big shout out to this dude, bro. You know, he's an actor. He's doing a play, actually, and it's called A Mountaintop. And I want to pop this on right quick if I can. Let me see if I can pop this on. Yep, here we go, right here. So it's called A Mountaintop. If you happen to be in the Central Florida area, Orlando area, this play is exciting. I went today at 2 o'clock. Let me tell y'all something, man. My dog killed it. When I say my dog killed it, he killed it. All right. It's running between January 21st, which today, Thursday was the opening day. This is the opening weekend through February 6th. You can go right there to the Garden Theater. I'll put this stuff in the description as well, so you can check it out. But my dog killed it, man. I'm telling you, I'm proud of him. And he did something I didn't know he could do. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's been in the acting, but to see him do it live like this, outstanding, bro. Outstanding, man. So I want to show you another little clip. This is him. He's actually playing Martin Luther King. And it's really between these two actors, right? So the actor and actress up there, they killed it, man. And I'm talking about a 2-hour play, no break, no intermission. My man on point like Stacey Adams, man. So check it out if you guys can. I'll put the information in the description, or go follow him on his Facebook page, Actor Man E, Instagram, or whatever. You'll see it. That's my brother, man. I love him. I'm super excited, man, for this dude. Only big things to come. But I'm telling you, man, he knocked it out the park. And it was really inspirational to see this kind of rendition about Martin Luther King, man. And you'll definitely learn a lot as well. So let me go ahead. I wanted to make sure I plugged him on that because, man, that's my boy, man. So I just want to get back into this thing. So anyway, we got 58 in the building. Street, I sent you the link. So if you hear me, go ahead and jump on in the back. I'll text you right now as well. I'll put the title of the day is we want to talk about the Ruiz family. I want to talk about the stadium, and I want to talk about the NIL deals, and the NIL deals as well that are coming up with this whole family. I want to get some people's take on it and everything else. I'm finna be real elementary right now. I got a picture of that's me up there with my homeboy, man. Check him out. Hopefully the camera can focus on it. I don't know if it can focus. But that's my dog and his deal. I don't know if the camera can focus. Let me put it in front of my face. Maybe that's why. There it is. He played Martin Luther the King. I'm loving it. But anyway, I'm texting Street right now to get him on. My headphones look like they charging up enough to make it through the show. But anyhow, I want to talk about those things, right? We could talk about, recruits. We could talk about coaches, coordinators, all that other good stuff, man. I think every other show talks about it. I've been on quite a few of these spaces, these Twitter spaces. 247 Canes had a space on there. If I'm not mistaken, it was him. Almost 5,000 people in the chat talking to the Ruiz family. I forget the gentleman's name for, I think he has some deals as well. I forget his name, First Management Group or something like that. FM I think he's on there as well on the thumbnail. I don't know a lot of those guys, man, but it was almost 5,000 people in the chat. A lot of blue checks in there. Miss Joy Taylor was in there as well. A lot of things was going, man. So I want to actually hear from the people. I want to talk to the people a little bit and maybe say, Streeter, come on. He ain't popped in yet. And hear his take. I know he's had an opportunity to sit down with that family. And I just want to hear what's really happening, right? It's a lot of things moving. Things are moving fast. I've seen a lot of the guys are getting the NIL deals. I want to say, I think it was James Williams, Jake Garcia, TVD, Cam Kitchen. They got I think it's called Life Wallet. They got a deal with those guys. So I'll be interested to hear kind of what is the fan take on that stuff. Also, what's the news coming up with the stadium, right? What's the deal with the stadium? All those type of things. And also, Hurricane T2Y in the building. What's up with you, brother? Bro, I'm a little bit late because I'm sitting here watching the game and lost track of time, my man. Listen, I thought Tom Brady was finna pull a rabbit out of his hat. And he really literally did, man. The defense kind of screwed it up. And, you let a guy go down the field. That's what happens when you get blitz happy sometimes, right? Sometimes it's good to keep the ball in front of you. You're dealing with a veteran quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Them blitzes don't phase him that much. You got to actually hit that dude in order to phase him, man. So that's what it is. But anyhow, let me give a shout out to a couple people. D Tiggs in the building, actor man, E much praise. Hey D, next time we get on those trips, man, I'm telling you, my dog on it, man. I'm loving it. I love to see people doing good things, man. But T2Y, them Rams, boy, they did that, man. Wow. Y'all hit that like button as well. Let me see here. iMac says, good evening, everybody. What's going on? Birmingham Kane, what's good, coach? What's up with you? I love that advertise. That Shannon Sharp? I love it. Kilo 407 says the interview was fire. I think he was referencing when I talked about Streeter and Coach Mo's interview that just popped out today. Anthony, what's up, man? I ain't talked to you in a minute. I'm gonna open up the phone line. Let me charge up just a little bit. I'm opening up the phone line. I know you got some of the hardest questions in Hurricane history. Jack Hammer, Pie Burn. His film is actually coming out. It's in the queue to be made up. And so definitely, man, Jack Pie Burn is in the queue to be made up. I know he dropped his top 2 was Auburn and Miami, and he's supposed to be committing on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken, man. So we're going to see what's up with that. WA, what's up? What's going on, man? All right, here we go. Anthony, he ain't going to wait for the phone line. Cole, honestly, I don't think the stadium happens. I want it to, but because of the neighborhood and the people who live in that neighborhood that have a ton of money, won't allow that to happen. You're right, man. It's a lot. They're talking about Tropical Park, so that's a little bit different than the high school. I think the high school is kind of out of the picture. Carlos, what's up with you, Carlos, man? Coach, hey, what's good? Live the channel, but love the channel. I got you. Are you going to the UM versus Texas A&M game? If that cash right, Hayes there every night. I'll definitely be up in that joint, man. Hurricane T2Y say Rams Super Bowl champs this year, I feel. They might be, man. Golly, that was an exciting game. That had a little college feel to it, if you ask me. I'm a real college guy. I really like college way more than NFL. I mean, I like football, but I like college a little bit more. But anyway, I think I got a couple more, man. I don't know where street at. Let's call this dude on the phone, man. I got enough battery on my headphones to get this thing charged up. I bet he don't answer. I bet somebody will pull a little Timmy shirt street that don't answer. Watch this.
Hello?
Dang, man, you done messed up my money. You on live right now, bro. I bet somebody a Poor Little Timmy shirt that you wouldn't answer on the ring, and you answer that thing, man. What's up with you?
What?
Man, you don't never answer the phone, so I put my money out there saying that you weren't going to answer, and you answer the doggone phone, man.
That what you get for betting against the street, dog.
I feel you, man. Listen, I sent you the link, man. You more than welcome to come on in. I had to wait for my headphones to charge up just a little bit, bro, because I thought I had them plugged in, but it wasn't plugged into the doggone wall, man. I'm a rookie.
So you ain't started yet?
I'm already live. Well, you live right now. They listening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I was about to say something, boy. Oh, all right, nah, I keep that to myself then. All right, we good. Christmas still coming, though, dog. Christmas still coming.
I feel you, baby. Well, I'm waiting on you, man, in the back. We ready?
Yeah.
All right. Dang, I'd have lost my money. Go wide. You would have got me if you'd have said it earlier. But anyway, big shout out to our sponsor right here, Mr. Alex Tabio from Certified Home Loans as well. He sponsors every show that we've done so far. He jumped on the phone lines last week. So big shout out to Alex Tabio, man. 305-205-1697. Anything you want regarding home financing, whether it's loan, whether it's your first home time buying, VA loan for the vets out there, VHA loans, anything you got to do with home financing, check him out. He always answers the phone. And the biggest thing, anywhere in the state of Florida now, not just Miami, but anywhere in the state of Florida, he can definitely help you. He's licensed and certified. Biggest thing is he a Canes fan through and through. So with all that being said, I'm waiting for Streeter to pop on, and then I want to kind of break down that interview, but I do want to talk about the Ruiz family, the stadium, as well as these NIL deals as well. But I guess the longer you take, I see my little headphones there over there charging up real good. So hopefully he'll jump on here in a second. A lot has been going on in it so far as I haven't talked about it, but all the other channels have. T-Rob decides to take his talents to Tuscaloosa. We can kind of speculate on why that is. Maybe because he didn't have a solidified position on the staff. I think it's a couple of other coaches that don't have solidified spots yet. That's Stephen Field. I'm going to say the former tight end coach, I guess is the right way to say it. I'm trying to think. We don't have a linebacker coach now. We don't have a safeties coach at this point. We still don't have a defensive coordinator. And we don't have an offensive coordinator or a quarterback coach per se. So still got some holes to fill up. We're about a week and a half, literally a week away from the month of February. So we'll find out real quickly how that's going to last, how that's going to turn out. The NFL is coming to an end. Some more teams were eliminated today or this weekend, rather. So maybe some of the coaches are in those pools. I have no idea. I told you guys earlier, Coach Hayes has no expectations. Whatever expectations, my expectations are going to be set by this program, right? Because that's how we get our feelings hurt. So for those that don't know or new to this chat or new to this channel, I simply say, when we play Bethune-Cookman, if we beat them by 40, then my expectation is now the next time we play a team of that caliber, we better beat them by 40. We go to Middle Tennessee, we beat them by 30. I expect next time we play a team of that caliber, we beat them by 30. We go to Texas A&M and we beat them by 2. I'm good with that. I expect that we beat either team by 2 or more, of course, right? These are the things I'm expecting. So that's all I want to make sure I have to say, man. But again, the transfer portal is crazy. People are all over the place. Nesta, I think he's going to Arizona or Arizona State, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all let me know why that is. I have not a clue, man. So we'll be surprised, man. So there's a lot of things going on in the hurricane right now, man. A lot of things. Bottom 11, what's going on with you, man? Big shout out to you. Anthony, man, coach, if DC hires Derek Mason, do you think we'll still bring an elite linebacker coach like Chris Robinson to coach the position so Mason can coach the defense in general? Again, Anthony, I'm gonna have to say this, bro. I don't know. Coach Hayes is not getting ready to jump into this figurative hurricane of coaching guesses. Right now I'm hearing Frank Ponce. I'm hearing James Coley. It was Jason Candle. It was Joe Brady. It's Kendall Browse. It's only name I ain't heard yet is Coach Hayes. Huh? What's going on? Coach Hayes need a job. YouTube ain't cutting it. We doing this for fun. I mean, I appreciate the super chats and all, but this show enough ain't keeping the lights on up in here. I can promise y'all that. So Coach Hayes need a job. Stacey Hall says Coach Fields still the tight ends coach. I don't know. I don't think he has been officially named the tight ends coach. Yes, he's still under contract, and he was the tight ends coach, so maybe he is listed. But I don't think he's been officially named by this regime as the tight end coach. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I would definitely do that. There you go, Carlos. Come on. Come on, Carlos. Big shot. Man, y'all clap it. Let me get my things. Y'all clap it up for Carlos, man. Y'all clap it up for Carlos in the building. I appreciate that. It means a lot. FTD said, what role you want? Bruh, if it's 6 figures, let coach get in there. I'll fight my way to the top. I'll fight my way to the top. You know what I'm saying? No, but seriously, man. You know, I like that D-line, but that's already gone. And please forgive me for pronouncing his name wrong. I apologize. Joe Salavea. I hope I said that correctly. So Joe Salavea is D-line coach. Man, but listen, Coach Hayes done did everything from cleaning cleats, dog, to field goal unit. So it don't matter, dog. When you high school coach, you coach it all. You understand? All right, let me see here. Crystal Harris. She says this coaching situation is a mess. You said it, Crystal, not Coach Hayes. And when I say something, y'all say I'm a hater. When I say something, y'all say I'm a hater. Coach Hayes done stop talking. All right. Hey, Coach, getting Ruiz to throw you an NIL deal. I'm gonna talk about those two things too. Those NIL deals. I got a perspective, I think, on them, but I want to bounce that stuff off Streeter simply because he sat down with these guys, and Streeter looks at things a lot different than I look at it, right? But I look at things a lot different than most people because I look at it through the lens of a coach. Streeter looks at things kind of from an outside looking in type deal, not necessarily a fan perspective, but I guess being in that thing for so long, your look and your perspective is a lot different. So he looks at things a lot different, right? But some of those NIL deals, I have some concerns, but I'll talk about those. I think they're great for the players. Don't get me wrong, but as I was saying, well, everything that glitter ain't gold. So I just want to talk about it, and I'm not just talking about the Ruiz family. I'm talking about just college football altogether. All right. Let me see here. Anthony, you asked me about Jack Pyburn. Again, I don't look at the players prior to me doing them. I've heard Jack Pyburn is a head banger, a head buster. I'm very familiar with the bowl school that he goes to up in Jacksonville, but I don't know his gameplay. I haven't seen it yet. I watch it when I break the film down. It's the first time I put it on. So this will be my first time ever watching it. So I don't know what the skill set is yet. When I break it down, that'll be the first time I look at it. And I do that for a particular reason. I do that so people have an understanding of, I make it entertaining as well, but I do that so people have an understanding of how coaches look at film when they look at it for the first time, right? So things that pop out to them on the screen. I don't want to look at something 2, 3, or 4 times and I kind of seen that movie already. I want to be surprised. I want things to pop off the film, right? I.e. Chase Smith. When I looked at Chase Smith film, things he did popped off the tape. That's when you know you got a gangster on there, man. You understand? I love it. Lenore's Murray in the building, man. He says, Coach Hayes for defensive coordinator, H1H for defensive line, Footballville for recruiting, Zoe for conditioner coach, T2Y for linebacker coach. I love it, man. Who gonna coach the safeties, Lenore? Who gonna coach the DBs, man? Me? I coach the DB. You know what I'm saying? We'll make it happen. Oh, we got some juice in the headphones now. Let me slide over and get these things going. Hold on one second. We got 122 in the chat. While I'm doing that, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. All that other good stuff. I don't know what Streeter doing. We talked to him on the phone. We told him we live. He still ain't in the backfield. V12. Oh, V12 got DBs. I love it. Hold on. Hey, I almost spilled my cane juice. Get out of here. All right, here we go. Let me jump in this cockpit right quick. Anthony, can you read my previous 2 comments? Hold on, Anthony. Hold on, buddy. I got you. Coach trying to get right now. All right, I got them. I got it working. All right, here we go. Had to give myself an applause right quick to make sure they were working. Let me know everything still look good, sound good. Everything is working. Let me make sure everything good. Just to make sure. All right, good. All right, we good to go. All right, let me do this, man. I was going to do this before. I don't know why I didn't do it now. I'm just doing it. I don't know why I'm waiting on Streeter. Let's take some phone call. Let's talk about it. All right, perfect. Appreciate it. Says sounds great. Let's take some phone calls. Let's talk about this a little bit because I do want to talk about these NIL deals in the Ruiz family, but I want the people call in strictly about the Ruiz. What are the things you're hearing when it comes to this? What are you hearing, right? So let me know in that instance. So the phone line is open, 321-328-8235. Talk to us in regards to, well, y'all ain't playing. Boy, y'all jumped on it quick. 305 button. Let's go. We got a 305 in the building. Real quick before we get started, let me put the super sticker up. Jeffrey O'Neal with the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Caller, talk to us, 305 area code.
Hey, Coach, you know who this is. You don't even have to ask my name. You already know who it is.
Anthony, thank you. Thank you. I know you're going to be the first one. I know you got me on speed dial. Talk to us real quick, man. Talk to us in regards to...
Being that you're a coach, coming from the coach's perspective, do you agree with Dabo when he says that the NIL is ruining college football, or is he just being bitter that it can take away elite athletes from Clemson and stuff like that?
Okay, well, I'm glad you kept it on topic. I think that it's some truth and validity to both parts of that. I think that, yes, that the NIL, because it's the wild, wild west right now, it's not necessarily any rules governing it, right? So, yeah, everybody is like the gold rush, right? Everybody heading west for the gold rush. But then on his side, yeah, people are taking players away from him. So he's got a gripe on that side. So guess what? He better get to it because it's not going to change right now. So instead of you complaining about it, you better be about it. So I believe that there is some validity to both sides of his argument.
Okay. And honestly, like I said before, in my honest opinion, I understand the Ruiz family is trying to get a stadium, but being that the neighborhood around Coral Gables is full of rich people with a lot of money, you really think they want heavy noise around that neighborhood?
Well,
on Saturdays and stuff.
Well, Anthony, from my understanding, it's no longer going to be in Coral Gables. It'll be in at Tropical Park. I'm hearing that's what the main plot of land will be. I think it's 230 something acres, something like that. So they can have the stadium as well as other athletic venues there and other baseball, track and field.
I'm going to use a perfect example. I'm a soccer fan. The main reason why they struggled to build the stadium for the soccer team is because people were worried about taking away green space Is there going to be a lot of green spaces for people to around that area? Like, if they're building on a tropical park, they're going to be taking space for people to use to go if they just want to go to the park and stuff instead of a stadium and stuff like that. Is there going to be?
Right. Listen, Anthony, all that sounds great, but money talk and BS walk. Right? If they're going to come in there and say they're going to make the city of Miami X amount of dollars, they'll build them another green space somewhere else. Or they may even take a portion of that and make it like people don't need 250 acres to walk through a trail, right? I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know the actual layout in the blueprint of that thing. But at the end of the day, it's about money. They always remember that. Right? The green spaces will fold up and go in your pocket, not where you can walk on. Always remember that, Anthony. All right, last one, buddy, so I get these things rolling. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did you see my comment about Jack Pyburn in the comments that you guys were talking about him for a little bit before you opened up the phone lines? And what I said was, if you agree with this, when I look at Jack, he reminds me a little bit of Blake Martinez and AJ Hawk in terms of how physical and his play style is as a linebacker. Do you agree with that or not so much?
Again, like I said, I don't know because like I was saying on there earlier, I don't watch their films before I break them down. So I have not actually seen Jack Pyburn play. I won't see that until I actually break his film down and do the WRE.
Okay. Thanks for answering my call and have a good day.
Already, man. Anytime, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Y'all clap it up for Anthony in the building. Thanks, man. All right. Perfect, man. Let's go ahead and take this, man. So a lot of people saying I really like Jack P. Like I say, I hear about it. I'm gonna put it out this week. So he'll definitely come out this week. He's let me see, he's committing in 4 days. So I may drop it the day before he commits and see whatever case may be. I gotta make it and see all that, do the editing and all that good stuff. But anyway, he had a very valid point. So some coaches like it, some coaches don't. It does create a wild, wild west effect, right? You've been hearing about Texas A&M talking about they dropping 50 stacks per offensive lineman. A whole lot of things. I talk about it, but here's my question about the NIL deals. These are still very, very young men. Some of them are still even kids in the instance. This is part of their branding. And some of the branding has to do with a good fit, for example, right? And when you get an NIL deal, sometimes businesses will go with you for an NIL deal, right? Sponsorship, whatever you want to term this deal. But does that brand fit you, right? How can you not only help the brand, but how can the brand help you? Some of these NIL deals I'm seeing, you can only help the brand. The brand can't help you, right? It doesn't help you get further along these lines in some sense. I see some guys doing NIL deals with things that's just, it's in my eye, this is my eyes, so outlandish, right? I'm talking about just things that don't even mesh together. You understand what I'm saying? Versus things that kind of make sense for these young cats. And so I'm kind of leaving it vague because I'm telling what street. As a matter of fact, we're gonna call street a home, right? We're gonna call this whole house right now and see what that is. But guys, phone lines are open. Go ahead and give us a call, man. Let's check it out. But those NIL deals, some of them I don't necessarily care for because my thing is, what is the mesh with the player? And that's what happens when you're dealing with a lot of young kids. They see money, they see dollar signs, they see opportunity. But every opportunity is not a positive opportunity in my sense. You know what I mean? In that sense. So caller, talk to us. We got to call in. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yo, what's up, Coach Hayes? This is Chris, King for Life, CWO, man. What's going on with you?
What's up with you, man? Chris, talk to us, man. What's your deal? What's your thoughts on the Ruiz family, the new stadium, or the NIL deals, or a little bit of everything?
I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Coach. I'm a little nervous, and the main reason is because, like you were just saying about with Texas A&M and all these people dropping this bag and everything like that, ain't nobody said nothing about them. But the moment we go ahead and we, put something out there, or we have a big time booster or anything, or a billionaire like how Ruiz is, oh, now we under the microscope. But as long as we do things the right way, it should be no problem. But it's Miami, they're going to pick us with like a fine tooth comb. And it's been like that for years. But the thing about it is, like you were saying with the brand, like you're going to find something, but it's just like, okay, only thing you can do is help the brand. The brand can't help you. It got to be something that coincides, that goes back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to have each other. Help me to help you. If that saying, help me help you. You know what I'm saying? You only as good, as your people or whatever the case is. So have that to be a benefit. But, excuse me, at the same time, with certain people that get these NIL deals, I'm kind of nervous about it because will that make them lazy? You know what I'm saying? Just because you get the money, okay, I done worked hard and got the money, now I can chill out. It got to be some kind of stipulation to it. It got to be some kind of boundary. It got to be some kind of something to it. Because you would have gave me 18, at an 18-year-old kid, 50 grand, 25 grand, 10 grand. And if I got this money, if I work hard to get this money, why would I work to maintain? I done already got the money.
Right.
But I'm on the football field, so now I'm okay, I'll go ahead and do it. But if I know with my, work mentality, if you have that type of mentality, like, okay, I got 50 grand, but I want to flip that. I want to make 100. I want to get this. I want to get that. I want to broaden myself, make myself more available, make myself more desirable as far as, my work ethic, how I carry myself in the community, what I do, how I help people. Because you got all these other NIL deals and you never know who could be sponsored. And they might look at this like, wow, this kid is really, for him being the age that he is, he really got his head on straight because he wants something more than just the money. He
right.
wants something more than just that.
Well, here's my thing. Here, I think they're trying to keep it where these kids are not getting a lump, from my understanding. They're not getting a lump sum of money. They're getting it just like a paycheck, right? Over a period of time, and they have to adhere to whatever the agreement is. Maybe it's some appearances, maybe it's some autograph signings. I don't know. But anyway, that's just kind of where it is in that sense. You're right. To grown people, you just made a very valid point. $50,000 ain't nothing in essence, but to an 18-year-old, boy, you done hit the lotto, right? And so, and the thing is, the gift and the curse is you're not giving them a lump sum of 50 grand, but you're giving them a check. Let's say it's spread over a 12-month period. Well, now they know every, 2 weeks, or they get paid once a month. I'm getting a check of, $4,000. You know, understand what I'm saying? I'm getting $4,000 a month, so I could go blow this in the words of 2 Chainz. I could go blow this in the Gucci store. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm getting 4,000 next week or 2 weeks from now, whatever the case may be. So who knows, man? Who knows? And I know Streeter, he's in the back right now. He definitely has a voice. He talked about this, and I want to talk about that interview he did, man. It was an excellent interview. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out in a few, man. But we got 148 in the chat. I appreciate it as always, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Coach, for your time.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. Go Canes, man. All right, I got my brother, man. He over here. He took him forever, man. We got 143 in the chat. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to this ugly dude. Come on here, man. Check him out, man. Man, what you playing? Trick, dog? That is some Trick Daddy, dog?
Nah, dog, that ain't no Trick Daddy, man. What you talking about, man? What's good,
anyway,
bro?
Listen. I'm good, man. Listen, I had a chance to watch your show. I wanted to say this before you got on here, man. Had a great interview and all of that stuff. But here's what I want to talk about before I get to your show, because the title of this show is The Ruiz Family new stadium, and NIL deals, right?
Uh-huh.
And you and I have been in some of the same spaces. You've been in some of them, listening or whatever. I've been in some of those things listening. What's your and you had an opportunity to sit down with this family. What's your take? What are some of the things you hear? And then what are some of the things you're not hearing? When I mean not hearing, meaning when they talk, the things they're talking about. And then, like I always say this, you can learn a lot from about what people don't say.
Right.
So what's your take on both ends of that?
My take on, okay, so what aspect are we talking about? The NIL deals and how they coming out and all of that?
I'm talking about the Ruiz family and this whole push from the stadium, the NIL, the whole thing as a whole, just the Ruiz family and all of their dealings right now. Is it coming on too strong? Is it regular business? Is it what? It's almost like a blitz package.
I know, right. It's like we don't see. Okay, so we don't really see billionaires move like this, right? But the thing is, I asked these questions while I was there when I talked to the son. I did. Son is a very sharp dude, very sharp. Every night he's 22 years old, very sharp young guy. I asked him why be so boisterous, and his answer it shut me up. To be honest with you, he was just like, "Cause it's legal now," and so it's almost like, "Cause it's legal now, we have a thing we want to promote. We're going to jump out here and use social media." Now, he did say his dad. This is what he said about his dad. He said this. Listen, Alex said this. I didn't say this. So, Alex, you said this. He said, my dad got a little Trump in him when it comes to Twitter. He don't really know what to do, what not to do. And he said, you know what I'm saying? Because when they first started, dad was giving people his phone number on Twitter.
Online. He was like, my number is 305-21.
Right.
He was like, whoa.
He's just a go-getter. Do I sound clear? Am I straight? I sound fine? Yeah. He's just a go-getter. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you something, because what I realize is that nobody has all the answers, right? But the difference between what makes these people billionaires a lot of times is they are like that behind the scene. They just go. And then they fail and they go again. And they fail and they go again. Bro, listen, he's doing a lot with media, the news. They had an NIL party the other night. He just dropped those NIL pictures. I think he has a lot. I think there's a bigger sight in mind. That's what I think. I think there's a bigger sight in mind. I think maybe politics in the future or something like that. But he's getting the people on his side. Mm-hmm. Miami is fully aware of him. It's not like boy, I hope you'll get it.
Shapiro. Well, he just at the game, but back door he's sliding money under the table, right?
It's not that. It's almost like he's a lawyer. He knows the law. He's out in front with a sledgehammer, like I dare you. You know what I'm saying? With a sledgehammer in the army, like I dare you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that, dog. Listen, it's different. We know it's different. I've spoken to people with money, and nobody can really put their hand on it. But at the same time, we know one thing: it's promoting Life Wallet. They want to get Life Wallet out there. That's one thing. They're making a buzz. That's another thing. I think some of y'all could take notes from dog. When it comes to social media, you and your business, some of y'all can actually take notes from him. No, you don't have $1 billion, but the way he pushes social media, you could do it with your frozen cup business. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's for you to brand yourself. So I never really questioned it. Luke came on. Luke backed him. Luke said, I sat down with him. I did a deal with him. You know what I'm saying? And another deal on some other stuff. Luke backed him. No, man, I think they're moving. And to me, it looks fine. It's totally different. It's different. It's almost like it's 2 or 3 of him or something. I don't know, because I don't know. He's everywhere. And even when I hit him, hey John, blah 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 blah, he hit me back. Hey, I'm at the game right now. Chris ball, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna hit you back at the game. So dog, listen, I just think he's a mover and a shaker, dog. I do. I think he's a mover and a shaker, and Hume is in bed with him, so obviously he's checked all of, you know what I'm saying? He's checked all the boxes for them, sure. and they rolling.
So Crayon Writer says he isn't sliding money into people's wallets. It's legal. Quit acting like he's handing over in a secret briefcase. Didn't say that.
It's legal, and he's
nobody's saying it. I was just saying maybe he misunderstood when I was talking about Nevin Shapiro and he was sliding money under the table. I was talking about Nevin Shapiro. What I'm saying, and I guess again, these kind of people are not stupid. They have billions of dollars because they make moves certain ways, right? Yeah. And what he's doing, and I guess what creates a lot of questions around is because, like you said, it's 2 or 3 of this dude. It's like he's everywhere. He's in and if you think about it, right? He's in Twitter spaces for 2 or 3 hours. He ain't in there for 10 minutes, say his piece and be gone. He's in there. Him and his family, his boys are in there. He's on other people's I would say talk shows. Lord, I feel like Sally Jesse Raphael. He's in other people's YouTube channels. He's on the news. He's cutting NIL deals. And so you say to yourself, but here's another thing, right? I think it's because he's really truly thrown a blanket at this, because now it's not just NIL deals. It's the stadium talk. It's the NIL deals. It's the doggone, I don't know if he actually sued him, but the FHSAA for high school players to get it. I mean, he's becoming the face, the advocate, and the financial person for these players. And it's a one-man deal. It's not like, oh, Jake Garcia got an NIL deal with Pollo Tropical, and then Leonard Taylor got one with him, and somebody got one with another businessman over here. He got NIL deals with all the top dudes. Like, I'm just monopolizing this thing, man. And that's the biggest thing.
Right. Can I comment? I heard the guy talking before I got on here. Can I comment on something? When he was saying that, what if the kids get the money, right? He was saying, what if they get the money and then they get lazy or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. When I hear that, I understand where that's coming from. A lot of times when things are new, you assess it with your new mind. You go off what you've seen and then you assess it. But I'm gonna ask you a question. Paul Pogba. Anybody in the comment section know who Paul Pogba is? Paul Pogba. Does anybody know who he is? Paul Pogba signed to play soccer, right? I think he played he signed to play soccer at the age of, I think, like 18, 17 or something like that. Now he's 21, 22 years old, worth $68 million. And I see him in the picture. He still has on the soccer uniform. He still likes running up and down the field. You know what I'm saying? Paul, this is what I think a lot of people don't understand. And I want y'all to follow me on this. Hayes, we love football, though. We love football. Some of you guys save up to buy season tickets. You got coaches at these inner city schools not even getting paid to win state championships. We love the sport of football. It's not if I got paid to do football, I'll quit it. Because you heard Amon Richards say, I say, Amon, if you had a chance to do it again or just stay as an agent and go off into the sunset, would you go out there again? Didn't even think about it twice.
Yep.
I'll be right back at it again. So think about this. What if getting paid to do something you love is what life is about? Have you ever thought about that? Getting paid to do something you're passionate about. That is what life is.
That's what I'm trying to do with this right here.
Right.
But what I'm doing, I ain't cutting it.
Right. So you take your passion, right? Because this is the problem. Think about it, dog. When guys are at the end of their career, and you like, man, let it go. Dog, just going off into the sunset, man. What you switching teams for? And I tell people all the time because he loves the game. If you get paid to play the game, it's just you getting paid to do your passion. That is the answer to life. So
I agree.
So what? Yeah. So it's not that way. It ain't like boy, I just got $100,000. Boy, I'm finna go sit down and do what? Hayes, you learn how to play football your entire life. What you finna go do?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna have 20,000, 50,000 people screaming your name. All the girls okay. What you about to go do? What you about to go do now? You got $100,000. It's your passion, though. It's your passion, and you're getting paid to do it.
My only fear about it is not necessarily, and I agree with you about the laziness part. Right. I don't think it's a laziness, but more of a distraction. I think that's more feasible than it is necessarily, throttling it down more than it is to say, I got $4,000 and I'm out here doing stupid ish with it because I know I'm getting another $4,000 next week, 2 weeks, or whatever. Yeah. Because again, they ain't playing football 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? They practice, they off, there's off season, they go home, just different things, right? Just get into financial bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so, like, I was looking at a thing today. It was LaShawn McCoy was talking about how he spent his first $1 million. He spent $50,000 on his draft party before he even had it. And you know what he said? But you know what he said? He said, man, I don't know, ain't this too much money to be spending? You know what he said? His homeboy say, man, it's one time you got to go big or don't go at all. Now, mind you, he the one out there working, running the ball, about to blow a knee out. But his homies telling him, man, you got to go big. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things, and like he talked about young mind and stuff, or whatever the case may be. Let me push this thing on, man. We already have 45 minutes because I want to talk about that interview. I watched it; it was awesome. But I want to kind of deconstruct it a little bit as I go through it.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: do you think I talked about this? Do you think that all NIL deals are good deals based on the brand within themselves?
Are all NIL deals good deals based on the brand within themselves? What do you mean?
Meaning that do you think that and the reason I'm asking you this because you always talk about being advocates for these young guys, meaning the brand should meet up with what that person either likes to do. It doesn't have necessarily be football, but it has to, like, every football player is not just, every brand deal doesn't have to be a football deal, right? It could be, you may have a football player that likes art, and then that makes sense.
Right.
But I'm starting to see, and I don't know this to be true. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Leonard Taylor get his deal through the cigarette racing boat?
I think it was both. It was like Life Wallet, cigarette racing boat. I think they were trying to figure out how they were going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, let's just say this is all hypothetical chat, so don't kill me. But let's just say, for example, it was just a racing boat. And Leonard Taylor has no passion, don't know one thing about a racing boat, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I signed an NIL deal with that.
Right.
Do you foresee that as a problem in the future from a branding standpoint, or do you think that's just a guy that's naive for the cash?
Well, I think a lot of these questions are going to have to get answered because what you're saying is right. But then if you have an agent there, right? Because all of them have agents. The ones who got the deals have agents. It's your agent. I'm okay. I may be dead wrong. Somebody correct me. It's your agent job to look out for your best interest, right? Or does he just bring you to the table of the deal? And then, because I'm thinking that the agent will negotiate with the business and say, hey, my dog ain't putting on no dress. Or he ain't doing this. We got a marketing company. Okay, what y'all want to do? Okay, we'll create it because Hayes, the player has a brand himself. Miami talking about swag this, swag that, right? The player has a brand himself. So I'm thinking, I don't think it's the product. See, it could be cigarette racing boat, right? And me and Twan could go out there with a camera and shoot a cool Leonard Taylor commercial on a cigarette racing boat. Well, it fits him. It fits the brand. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just has to care, though.
Right. And again, this was just an example, right? And here go and this is what I wanted because I knew the chat was going to do this. And this is the stuff. This is why we have to think deeper than the money. And I'm going to tell y'all, Christian King, yes, all NIL deals are good deals, right? He says it's free money and you ain't popular. T. Gray says, Coach, you tripping because if it's legal, all money spent the same. Look at this. That's for the listen, that's for the company to worry about, not the kids. Listen to this. These are all in a row. Y'all struck something because these companies may exploit kids. Now stop. I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before I got to one. Now here's why I say that. Streeter, and I know you have. I'm starting to get sponsorship people to reach out to me.
Right.
And it's not a match.
Right.
I could take the deal, but it's not a match.
How you promote baby diapers? how you promote, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, right.
Right, yeah.
But some things have to fit within your like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not, and again, I just brought up the racing book because that's just kind of what I heard and I stuck with it.
Right.
But everything doesn't, like, all money ain't good money in that sense, because here's what you have to think about: the long-term life branding, right? You know, yeah, you can always change brands and do certain things. And I'm not saying, again, that's why I said it doesn't have to be a football deal because you're a football player.
Right. But
you also, you here's a prime example. You watch Shark Tank. I watch Shark Tank. I know this. You know, one of the biggest reasons why two reasons why, but one of the main reasons why they don't invest in a lot of companies, they got the money, but you know why they don't invest in a lot of those companies?
Right.
Because they say they have to have a feeling for it.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban tell them all the time. Mark Cuban can buy and sell that whole panel. Right. Mark Cuban said anytime there's two things he would never invest in: clothing, because he always say clothes ain't my thing, and any kind of snake oil type stuff where people come in and say, with this magic potion, you can lose X amount of weight. He hates that because it doesn't mesh with his beliefs. Right. And that's what I'm saying. The same thing with our players. Don't put your name on something that you truly don't mesh with. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all.
Okay. Right. Okay. I guess should I give him an example? I guess I could give you a good example, bro. So listen. I am sponsored by Edge, right?
Edge,
okay.
By
Edge. Right. I'm sponsored by Edge. And there's things that John, my guy, great guy, huge Hurricane fan, just left his house, you know what I'm saying? Me and Lance Leggett was at it out. There's things, and that's why I got the table and peanuts, man. Oh, Lance Leggett brought the peanuts awesome. They awesome, dog. They are awesome. They are awesome. But me and John, he has a brand. He's passionate about his brand. You know what I'm saying? I'm Streeter. Mm-hmm. I'm Footballville. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I know what my thing is about. There's things he asks me to do sometimes, and I say no.
Right.
Hey, bro, I'm not doing that. Nah, listen, bro, but we'll do it like this. Me and Twan, sometimes we'll get together. We'll be like, nah, dog, we ain't doing that. But then Twan will come up with something that looks cool. You know what I'm saying? It's brand, dog. It's your brand. I get what y'all broke people are saying. That's our broke minds talking. We always speak from our broke mind. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the same place. It's brand. But the problem with it is that most of the kids don't know how to tell a grown man no in a suit. They've never been in that room before. You give them $50,000 and they just do it. You do something goofy enough, and that video or that picture will always be on the internet. Anytime somebody want to clown you, is a meme. So what I'm saying is this. The kids have agents. I don't know how the system works. The kids have agents. They go to a brand and say, hey, give my player a deal. I would also think that agent makes sure the deal fits with his player, or that whatever the company's going to ask him to do, he helped the player out. Nah, this Leonard Taylor, he a goon. He sack people. He ain't putting on a tutu. or something like that. That's how I thought that it would. That's how I think it would happen.
Right. So here's my thing, Street. And there's a lot of people in the thing, right? And Crystal says, but these athletes are branding, not investing their money. But I'm gonna tell you what that's different, Crystal. And I would love for you to call in. I've never seen you in this chat. Please call in. I want to hear from a woman's perspective. Maybe you're a parent of a player, or you have a young kid playing, or whatever.
She said,
here's
what the athletes are doing what? Branding? She
says, but these athletes are branding, not investing their money. But what you have to understand,
what's she saying?
Because I was talking about the Shark Tank and those people investing their money into something.
Gotcha.
But you have to remember, investing your money into something, you are now a part of the brand in which you're investing your money. It's the same. It's all reciprocal. Because now think about this: that brand, that company that's taking the money from Mark Cuban or Mr. Wonderful or whoever. What if they on some outlandish ish that doesn't mesh with you? Would you take their money? It goes together. The flip side is, I saw somebody put up here about McDonald's. It's like something about McDonald's and it's killing people.
They said it's like doing commercials for the McDonald's and you know it's killing people. Some people will take that.
They will, but I bet you won't see PETA. I bet you won't see the animal rights activists doing sponsoring McDonald's, because it goes against their beliefs. It goes against what their philosophy is. That's all I'm saying, is that I just don't want our guys. And the same thing here, everybody's talking about today. And that's been the biggest problem with finances and athletes since they've been getting paid. The athletes think of today's dollar and not tomorrow's dollar, i.e. Fat Joe Crack says today's prices are not, today's prices ain't tomorrow's prices. Did I jack that up?
Right.
So meaning what you do today will affect you down the line tomorrow. You understand? Those are the type of things that I'm saying, that if you get into that kind of niche or that kind of deal, it may not be a good look for you. I'm not talking about Ruiz family. I'm talking about just this thing.
No, this happened last year before Ruiz family. A couple kids got duped by a company who had some crazy stuff in the clause inside there, by a video game company who had some crazy stuff in the clause about the kid being signed with them forever. No, a couple kids did sign goofy NIL deals. This happened already. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's happened already.
Yeah, I was just talking about brand matching. Like you said, there's certain things that, like I said, I've had people reach out to me and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? It was weird. You know, and I'm like, they're like, Coach, we want to do this. Come on your show for the WREs. Can we put this on each one of your thing? And I'm like, so what do y'all do? And they told me, and I'm like, that don't even match with what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So anyway, can I tell you something? I'm gonna tell you what one of them was. You know what one of them was?
What?
You ain't gonna believe, y'all ain't gonna believe this. I'm telling y'all not gonna believe this. I'm so scared to say. I'm so scared to say this, bro.
Why you scared, dog? We grown, fool.
Nah, it ain't about grown. Again, this is back to what I'm thinking about: long-term branding. Again, I didn't do any deal.
You said no.
No, I said no.
You said no.
I definitely said no. One was a political person. One was a political person. I'm gonna leave those names out. But again, I don't believe my politics is in this show right here. We can talk about it, but I'm talking about I'm not here to endorse certain things. There you go. That's a prime example. That is a prime example of just taking the money.
Right. You didn't have to find the example. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happened to you.
Yeah. It happened to me. And that's what made me bring up these questions about brand dealing and brand deals and so forth and so on. All right. But another one was a little bit wild. Shoot, I'm gonna tell you that off. You ain't gonna believe it, dog. You're gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
But anyway.
So listen, what's up with the interview? You watched the interview?
Company in China. Yeah. So listen, let's get into that part. Who's calling in and the phone number ain't even up? Somebody calling in and the phone number not even up.
Boy, want a battle, yo.
770 area code calling in and the phone line closed. Talk to us.
Boy, want a battle.
This is Crystal.
Crystal.
This is Crystal. Right. Said I should call in.
Well, perfect then. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad I answered. So 770, where you calling from, Crystal?
Atlanta.
All right, hot Atlanta.
That's Atlanta,
So talk
boy.
to us. Hold on, real quick, Crystal. I got a donation. Let me get this out, and then we'll definitely take your point of view. Catfish Jeans, thank you for the $9.99. He says all deals aren't good deals. Being in the entertainment industry, your agent should save you from these things because he will have to do something for that cigarette racing company.
That's what I said.
All right, so Catfish Gene, I appreciate you for that $9.99. Crystal, thank you for calling in. Thank you as a woman for calling in our show. We're trying to get more women on here. So talk to her. What's your point of view about the topic we were just talking about?
I really don't see a problem with the NIL deals as long as they're structured like you're saying. They have an agent or they have a family member, parent, somebody that's with them. It's coming up on the new year. We got to talk about taxes and everything else that goes with it. I visited Georgia Tech. In Georgia Tech, they have a whole semester of course where you will learn all of that with your NILs. I don't know if Miami has that just yet, but I don't see a problem with the NIL. I look back to 40 acres in the mule. Why are we looking this in the face like this? This is a positive thing. If they mess it up doing something dumb with the money, that's on that child, that's on their upbringing, that's on a whole bunch of other things. These kids go out there and they put their life on the line just like a professional player. Some of them come up hurt for life, can't play no more. How are we looking at this as being negative? I'm confused.
Yeah, now here's what I agree with you 1,000%, Crystal. I don't think it's a negative at all. My only concern was it's not a negative. My only concern was the brand matching, right? That's my only concern, where sometimes we'll chase the dollar, and as you look at a James Williams, as you know, may go into the league and things, certain brands just don't mesh, right? Like you know, let's say if your son or whatever is playing ball, you say you're at Georgia Tech, I'm assuming you got a son out there or whatever, you're going to look at the brand and you're going to be like, no, that may not be the thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus something else maybe.
Yeah, I don't have anybody at Georgia Tech, but I know that they have a course. However, my son said, I want to do this deal. He said, we want you to wear boxes. My son said, I don't want to pose like that. I want to pose in Greece or something. I don't know, vice versa. And he said, okay, no, that's not good for me. We went on to the next one. So we got to educate kids, let them be smart enough to say yes and no to the money. We don't have a whole lot of money. But even in his brokenness, he said, no, I'm not doing that. So we got to put this back on the players, over all athletes to decide.
There you go, Crystal. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Your son
she made the point.
Posing his draws.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Right.
Yeah, that's that's a great example.
We want to keep the NILs, but we want to educate the players and let them know that they don't have to do certain things. Hopefully they're not coming at us with really crazy stuff, but it could be happening.
Yeah, Crystal. Yeah, I think, I don't know if you got to actually contact the school, and I think the school has to okay it. So it probably won't be nothing too crazy, but as if the school give a crap. Because the question is, a politician came at you, right, Hayes? Who going to stop the politician from going after Tyler Van Dyke with $150,000?
Right.
From the place where we come from, you know what I'm saying? The places where we come from, where people don't have money like that, $150,000 in your face, you Democrat, you Republican, you left wing, white wing, you anything at that moment. But what I'm saying is, that ain't gonna go away. It's gonna stay there. 5 years from now, it's gonna stay there. So I get it. I definitely get it. No NIL. Nobody said NIL is bad, but you just said it. You just made our point. You said it. The kids have to be educated, and they have to understand that all money ain't good money. I get it. I totally get it. But all money isn't good money. And we all know this, even in life. Some people do stuff in life for money that others won't do. Happens all the time.
Right.
All the time. Well, Crystal, thank you. Don't be a stranger. This your first time on the show?
No, I was on before when you profiled my son.
Oh, who's your son?
I'm gonna put my son on blast and call me later.
Just look
Call
work
you
it
later.
in.
Let me write this number down. Let me write this number down. Hold up. Let me
What are
write
we
this number
doing?
down.
Because you're supposed to be on here saying, go follow my son at JJA.
No, for real. Because I'm gonna tell you this: the chat already blowing up on here. They done already broke you down. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So let's play a guessing. Hold on. Let's play. Hold on. Let's play a guessing game. If I guess it right, you would say yes.
After talking about that underwear deal, I probably wouldn't.
Okay, I got you. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. All right. So, like I said, you.
I think you know who my son is.
Yeah, I think the whole chat knows. They banging you out in the chat. So
770. Yeah, I think I got it. I got it.
Oh, dang, Street tired couldn't get. She hung up on her. She's like, all right, bye. So again, like I said, and she actually made my point, right? In the sense of, okay, they came up with him with an NIL deal, and he didn't want to do what they were asking him to do.
Right.
And so he decided to say no. And here's the thing about the company. I guess you can't model that no other kind of way, but I don't think there was an alternative to what he didn't want to do. Like you said with Edge, they want you to do something. You're like, no, I don't like that, but I can find another way to skin this cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, big shout out to Crystal. Let's get ready to talk about it, but big shout out to Crystal. Thank you for calling in. Let's get some more ladies on this thing. Because like I said, I love to hear their point of view. Man, I know Ms. Wilcox already in the building. Let's talk about this thing before we kind of get back. 171 in the chat. You interviewed Coach Mo, who is Shamar Stewart's defensive line coach, / mentor / big brother / father figure / advisor / everything.
Like all that. Right.
Yeah, I watched this about a 30-minute video. Guys, check it out. It's awesome because he's actually talking about a lot of things I talked about. There's only one thing that I didn't say I didn't like. I disagree, but I understand exactly where he's coming from. And I want to talk about that part too.
Okay.
So it starts off, your interview starts off because it's interesting, right? Everybody wants to see the young man, but he's sitting kind of off camera, but you're talking to the coach. What is talk us through the first part of that interview, and then I'll kind of deconstruct what I heard from the coach standpoint.
Because it's actually two parts. It's another part that has to drop too. Because when I started seeing all of this happening with the Twitter spaces and the kids in the Twitter pages and people requesting the kids and more people having access to the kids, more people contacting the kids and the kids jumping in. A lot they don't know who's who anymore. They don't know who has a bag. I started thinking, like, dang, like if they living with a single mom, she may be working 2 jobs, she don't really know, you know what I'm saying? Some of them kids don't have anybody to go to. They haven't got to go to. I started thinking, like, these kids gonna have to have somebody like standing next to them to negotiate some of this stuff that's about to happen. So I reached out to Mo. I'm like, Mo, listen, because I know you. I hear what people say, you know what I'm saying? I hear people say, handler, this, that. I was like, Mo, listen. I hit him on Instagram. He hit me right back. You know what I'm saying? I say, man, let's sit down. I don't even care if you bring Shamar. I want to sit down and I want to talk to you about your relationship with Shamar. And I want people to hear who are you. So the interview starts off. Shamar's off the side. I'm talking to Mo because it's Mo interview with Shamar there, but you always see Mo. So it's like, okay, let's let the people find out who Mo is as a person, right? Right? And then let's go from there and talk about the situation at hand. Grown man, 18-year-old kid, flying around the country, talking to billion-dollar businesses. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's right. So it starts with, hey, let's talk to Mo. Because it was his interview with Shamar.
So what's interesting that you brought up and you asked him, because I heard you say, I'm finna get real, something like that you said. And I knew exactly where you was finna go. You was talking about I think you were talking about Calvin Ridley and his brother, and you said it was a white guy that took care of him, and they consider, he's saving them kids. But when a black guy, Hispanic guy, you said, oh, he's a street agent. They get titles and stuff, right?
You don't even give him the benefit of doubt.
Right. And I'm going to say this. When I first moved here, you know AG that do the bus.
Right.
When I got here in February, so that time spring ball about to go around. They were getting ready to go. You know, he does that golden bus ticket tour where they take the kids around.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm just getting here. I know how it is at the crib. So my kid like, Coach, I'm going on this tour with such and such and such as AG and woo woo woo. And I said, before y'all go anywhere, tell him he need to come see me.
Right.
Because again, one of the biggest problems I had in my school, we were losing kids to other high schools around here. And people use those mouthpieces, those quote unquote street agents.
Right.
And you see it all the time. So he actually come to the school, we kick it off, and we've been good ever since. But again, I had to take that initiative to find out who this dude taking my kids around to different colleges. Because I take pride in knowing where my kids going to school, being part of that process, because I feel like I can give them better advice than anybody else. But anyway, long story short, as you know, I had the quarterback kid, the quarterback, and you know the rumblings. He just using him to go to here, go to Michigan, go to this place. Bro, you see all these pictures up here? And boxes more?
Yeah.
I could have used any one of these kids. That wasn't my goal. But people chip and chat. And I remember talking to a parent. I talked to a parent and she said, and I was telling her, I was like, man, how do people feel like this about me in my mind? Because, you know, and she's like, hey, you can't worry about that. You do what's best. That kid needs you.
Mm-hmm.
That kid, if it's not for you, these things don't happen for him.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I'm like, dang, she right. You know what I mean? But it's a fine line between having a kid's good intention and listening to Mo talk. I know he has Shamar Stewart's best intention in mind. But there's some dudes out here straight shopping kids, dog. Like they on Amazon. Well, I got a D line. Hey, like Lenny. Well, look here. I got a D lineman. I got a linebacker. Hold on. On this side, I got offense. I got a running back. And this guy's out here selling shorties. And that's the fine line you got to, you know. But you said something that was, you've been with them since they were 8 years old. Like you said, I was there with Shamar when you was getting whooped by the Sun Devils.
You should have saw his face, like you should have saw his face. Yeah.
So I said all that to say, I applaud Mo for what he's done. He's got his own family. You know what I mean? And like you said, we ain't here for a good time. We're here for a long time. I'm in here for the long haul with you. But I guarantee you this. By listening to him, I don't know Mo. Never met him. Never spoke to him in my life.
Right.
But I guarantee he treat all his other players the same exact way. You just see him more now with Shamar because of Shamar's stature.
Shamar needs it more. Right.
Correct. But what I'm saying is, I guarantee he'll take one of them other kids over to Flomo with Ice so he could get an opportunity too on a Saturday.
You heard him. He said he even did with other people, kids from other schools. Like he'll help a kid from your school. Yeah. Right.
So that was a great point, man. So go ahead to the next segment of that, and I'm going to talk about that.
Well, I mean, what part do you want to go to? You said we talked about
just down the line, just kind of, the beginning.
Okay. I mean, if you have questions about it, like I can't remember, like how torn, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't get put the way it gets recorded. It gets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it gets cut up and then switched around like that. So anything you have to ask a question?
He ain't anal like me. I've been to watch my thing 7 times before I hit publish. I've been to watch it 7 times, but that's me.
Listen, it's hard for me to watch myself on camera, fool. Like I got a little better at it, but it's hard for me to not watch it, but to hear it and all of that.
And I'm to the point I don't even care no more. I know I sound nasally than a mug because I've been sick. I feel myself talking like that's how it sounds to me. But anyway, let's talk about this piece. He talked about talking to the coaches, knowing when they're real and when they're not. That was a big part of the conversation. Knowing when he said these coaches ain't what did he say, they robots or something like that.
He said robots. I think he did say they're robots. Right.
Yeah, so they like robots. And you like, what that mean? He said they just reading off a script.
Some of them.
Mm-hmm. Guys, that's what I be trying to tell you. A lot of these
I've heard you say that before, yeah.
They don't have real world experience. They got the right last name. And here's the thing. They have not been in the fight long enough to understand how to maneuver people. See, coaches like that make their name off of people being starstruck because they walk in with a logo on their shirt and they'll just spill all the information. But people from the crib, nah, dog, I don't care about that logo. You know how many logos run through here a day?
Right.
And one thing about kids from the crib, we know when you are authentic. You can't kill us with no bull crap. I said this before. We like pit bulls. If we trust you, you can slap us across the face, and we may not like it, but we got your back. But if we don't trust you, you're going to have hell on your hands. I'm telling you, you're going to have hell on your hands. You understand? And so I said that again to say we can read the people. We can read the room. We may not be able to articulate what's happening, but we know in our mind what's going on. Like, man, this coach here, every time he come around, he want to start talking about shoes. I mean, we had a coach, he always wore a certain Jordans because that was his icebreaker. You know what I mean? He like, yeah, boy, I got on these fresh 9s right here. But he didn't know how to relate. But he used that as a way to try to break the ice to say, hey, I'm cool.
Right.
And I seen kids do like this. So go ahead, what's up?
Did you see when I brought up Jimbo Fisher's name?
Yeah, so he brought that up. I want to ask you, I want to say a part about that too. So you talking about, because you said something on the low and it slipped, but I'm going to let it ride. He like, yeah, I could call Jimbo Fisher anytime he'll answer the phone. And you said, now he will. Don't think I hear that.
Yeah, he has it anytime, huh?
Hold on, this is what it sounded like after you said that. And dog, all coaches go through that, right? So listen, I've called coaches at 1 o'clock in the morning just to try them. Because when they say call me anytime, listen. I'd have heard dog say, hello, coach, hey, what's up? Everything all right? Straight sleep. Yeah, coach, I want to ask you this question. Man, I got a big game tomorrow. I want to ask you about this blitz package. Okay, what's up? Cool. I got one of my best players from a dude at 1:30 in the morning. I had a beat quarter. Coach, you want to know why? Because it's a business. You want to know why? Because when one of my players, matter of fact, when Jeff James, who went to Miami, Edrin James' nephew, when he transferred, when he got kicked off or whatever, my phone rang at 3:30 in the morning. Because they wanted, Coach, Jeff, he gone. You got his number so I give him a transfer? They ain't no shame to call you.
Right.
They not. It's business. It's business. So get what? Man, I'm playing this team. Yo, Jimbo. Yeah, man, tell your wife, hold on. Listen, man, how you do this, man? You get double covered over here. How y'all beat that press? Because as soon as they get your kid, ask Coach Mo to call Jimbo 2 days later. See what happens.
What's going to happen? What happens, dog? What happens?
For real.
That's foul, dog.
No, it's not foul. They'll get back to you, but they ain't going to pop that thing on the second ring. Hello? They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But anyhow, especially if he come to Miami, call Jimbo and ask him some questions. Nah, ain't going to happen. But anyhow, so that was that. The next thing I wanted to talk about in there, what was the part? I think that was the kind of part I disagreed about them calling. He gonna answer the phone, blah blah blah. No, we're not saying we clown. No, I'm not clowning them. I'm just talking about coaches.
Clowning who? He said you clowning who?
I don't know. I guess he's talking about we clowning Coach Mo. We're not clowning Coach Mo at all. I was just talking about that's the reality of it. Does nobody see how you talking about?
Man, that's the dog, man. I wouldn't even let Coach Hayes clown him, man. Y'all tripping, man.
I don't clown nobody. You want to know why? I'm a victim too. I was believing that crap. And guess what? As soon as that shorty committed somewhere and I called, man, I'm still waiting on that phone call. It's not a clown. That's just the reality of it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? What it is.
No, man.
You heard what he say? Yeah, because Jimbo answered the phone while he was eating dinner with his wife. I'm just talking about what I'm trying to make a point is that these college coaches, it's a business for them.
Of course.
But wait till after February 2nd, February 3rd, let him be eating dinner with his wife. They ain't answering that phone right now.
And you only talking from a point of experience.
Definitely experienced, dog.
Right.
Definitely.
So, I mean, if anybody got, he's only talking from what happened to him.
Oh, he said we're not clowning anybody, just saying we clowning. I get it. I apologize. But anyway, yeah, that was that, man. And then the last part you talked about, which was something big. He said, me and Shamar have never talked about money.
Mm-hmm.
And today's world, I don't know if that's a mistake or not. And I'm going to tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because the money is now. It's not like you still have some time before you went to the NFL.
Right.
But money today is now in your face with the NIL deals.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I guarantee he's been approached by companies as soon as he signs.
Right.
And so if since you're his advisor in that particular point, you got to have them conversations now. Because trust me, them vultures like this right now, they circling.
Right. Right.
All they waiting for you to sign so they go whoop, pop right down on you. Now, I don't know if he was talking about regards to money is, I'm just speculating, kind of what I done for you, you do for me, whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying that at all. I think I'm gonna take it as if he's talking about, maybe how to spend money and use money and respect money. Because one thing I know about money, if you don't respect it, it'll tear you up, but
yeah.
It'll tear you up.
On that subject, when I first talked to him, he said to me the same thing. He said the exact same thing when I talked to him on the phone. Me and Shamar had talked about money. He said, because when we got into this, Shamar looked at me and said, man, this is not going to be about money. We're moving with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be about money. We're going to move with a purpose. See, everything isn't about money, but only us that come from the inner city or come from the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? Because we're chasing money so much, and we that the same thing with Cristobal. Why people couldn't see him coming back? Because it's like you out in Oregon, you got everything. You know what I'm saying? He said they hadn't talked about money because in the beginning they said it's not going to be about money. He said Shamar said that it's not going to be about money. But you have to understand, Coach, this thing is happening at real time. So probably when he started being recruited, there was no NIL. It wasn't crazy like it was, but it's happening at real time. You know what I'm saying? It's happening at real time. So even when it comes to the high school kids, the kids that are on a team, think about the kids sitting on the team. Think about Don Chaney, who I saw this weekend, and boy, done got big, sitting there and realized Ole Miss running back just transferred there and can play this year. This stuff is happening real time. So people are going to have to adjust on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Me and you can talk off and I tell you, because we kind of had that conversation like, hey, listen, boy, that money get close. It ain't about the NFL. like it ain't about the NFL, but that money swinging, that money getting real low.
Right.
But it's all happening at real time. So we got to give them a benefit of doubt, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that situation, because it's so much going on, dog. Could you imagine, man? I mean, it's so much going on. They were just in Athens. I talked to them while they was up there. It's a lot going on with them right now. And not just him, all the kids, the ones who haven't committed, the highly touted ones. It's a lot of things getting thrown at them. You got kids want to visit from Texas A&M. Texas A&M saying that, hey, if y'all go, that bag gonna be 20% less. It's a lot of new things that are going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hope you get Harold Perkins. Lord have mercy, Harold Perkins. Listen, I said this on that space, on that Twitter space. about them 5,000 people in there. I don't know that guy's name. I think it was 247 Kane or whoever. Let me tell y'all something. If Mario Cristobal flipped Harold Perkins to the University of Miami, I am personally naming Mario Cristobal the recruiter of the decade. Because let me tell you something, and I don't say this a lot about a lot of kids. If Harold Perkins come here, oh my God, and I can't sing. Let me tell you something, boy. That boy, that young man, that was a coach boy. That wasn't no boy, but you know what I'm saying. Listen, that boy that can play. And he can not only play because of his athleticism, but he can play because his fundamentals and his technique are bar none, bro. He tough. He tough. He just like that corner I did that's going to Florida, that Devin Moore. I dropped this tape today, 6'3", 190-pound corner. That's Mills.
But sometimes, but sometimes it's not Mario, right? Sometimes it's the kids recruiting the kid. Shamar spent the week with him at Under Armour camp. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's the kids. It's at Under Armour game. Sometimes it's the kids recruiting the kids.
I got a picture that I got a buddy of mine that I coached with. He worked for Rydell now, and they did that game, the Rydell helmets. He took a picture. He like, Coach, these some big dudes. Now, he don't really know a lot of the players from the recruiting side. And I saw the body types, and one had a number 4 on, and one had a 14. They stand next to each other.
Right.
Guess who it was?
Who?
Harold Perkins and Shamar Stewart standing right next to each other. Bruh, let me tell you something. Them some big-time cats, man. But anyway, I'm excited, man. When does Shamar Stewart say he's going to do his thing? On the 27th, right?
On Saturday, yeah. I think it's on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, put in the chat somebody. I think it's February 2nd is signing day, right?
I think he'll do it on 2nd. He don't have much time. He don't have. I know they only got about a week or something left. Because we were talking about visits, and he was just like, "Well, we're gonna run out of time. We ain't gonna be able to take it anymore."
Yeah, because you only get your 5, man. But Perkins going to JSU, y'all killing it, man. Hey, if them guys go, I get it. I totally understand. But February 2nd gonna be a big day, man. I'm finna try and bang out a lot of these WREs, man. Get these things going. What else about that interview? Y'all got to go check it out. Go check out that interview. It's awesome if you haven't already. What else about that interview did you take from it? From getting a chance to speak, I guess, to the coach. You know what I mean?
What did I take from it? That they are trying to be here for a long time and not a good time. And Shamar seems to be, which we all know the first time we interviewed him like 2 years ago, seemed to be really pretty mature. Even though I was talking about him like, listen, man, he's 18 years old. Like, he needs somebody to, but he seemed to be really mature. And it seems like Mo referred to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mo referred to him. Because it's almost like it's his show. Like, listen, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's your show. I'm here to help you. It's almost not refer to him like he's the boss. Refer to him like, okay, give me his question. I was like, Shamar, anything you want the people to know? You know what I'm saying? Anything y'all putting out there? He got the logo, he got the brand. Anything you want people to know? I asked Mo. And he said, ask Shamar. Ask Shamar if you want anything he want. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he said ask Shamar.
He's not a spokesperson. He's not a spokesman.
Right.
He's
so
an advisor.
Right. And if you turn too wrong, then we can talk. We're gonna talk. If you start going too left, we'll talk. That's what I got. That's what I got out of it. I just was trying. I wanted to make a point. And we got part 2 coming, and part 2 will bring it all together. At a point I was trying to make. I don't know what it is in society, Hayes. I don't know what it is. Well, I kind of do know what it is, but what you explained about, you know what I'm saying, Calvin Ridley and what I talked about on the thing is like almost when one person is standing in that place, it's a savior. When the other person is standing in that place, some shady got to be happening. And dog, yeah, man, we deserve more respect than that. We deserve more respect than that.
Yeah, the problem is, and again, right, it's like anything else. Here's what the issue is. There are a lot more street agents, I'm going to be honest, than there are Coach Mo's, Coach Hayes's, right? Coach AJ's, Coach Smith's, Coach Dunn's. There's a lot more street agents out. I'm watching them, dog. I'm looking because we in the mecca of that stuff. Think about it. How many times you see a dude talking about, yeah, I'm his trainer, and you don't see him no more? They see a kid that's got some potential. They ride that way. They pay for insurance. They pay for cleats. They do that kind of stuff. And I'm not here to like go against what you're saying.
Is it always a bad thing, Hayes? Is it always a bad thing? Because the word street agent just sounds scummy, right?
No, but it is some. What I'm trying to say is, and the reason I say that, it is scummy. And I want it to be known because you're not looking at the kid's best interest. You're looking at what your best interest is, and you're saying that kid can survive. You're saying
I've seen that
before these NIL deals, it was, coach say I could come and be a GA at this school. So that kid go to that school, but it may not be the fit he wanted. But because he trusts your judgment, you lean him into this. Well, Sidewalk University got a better business program. You're talking all around the business. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that so many times. And where do those kids end up? They end, and you can tell, and I'm going to tell you this, and it's not 100% true. The kids who make a lot of right decisions that had like a Coach Mo in their corner, you could tell Coach Mo had their best interest in mind. When you had that guy, think about this. You have a guy that's in that kid corner, and that kid always making bad decisions. You letting him do what he want to do. You just riding the wave. You ain't had that tough conversation. Hey, man, you don't have that relationship because you're scared he going to dip. Just like Coach AJ said with some of these high school coaches. They scared to coach these kids in fear that they're going to dip on them. Mm-hmm. You scared to be a real mentor to a kid because you're scared he's going to throw you out the window and you ain't going to get nothing out the deal. So you let them do what they want to do. So is it always a bad thing? Yes and no. But I lean more towards yes, it's more of a bad thing if you don't have that kid's best interest at heart. For that particular reason.
It's almost like you can't tell, man. But I tell you this. I think what you just said is incorrect, bro. There's more men out there that coaching these kids that do have their best interests at heart than those scummy ones behind the scenes selling kids. They all on the staff. You say the whole coaching staff, right?
No, I didn't say coaching. I'm talking about street agent that's selling. I ain't talking about the coaches are selling kids.
Well, you started naming coaches. That's why I said that. You started naming coaches.
Because those particular coaches take kids and mentor them. Those particular coaches, I'm saying, take kids and mentor them. But there are some dudes that ain't even on a coaching staff, but he taking 6 kids in his van from 4 different high schools on a college tour.
Right.
Those are the ones. The reason I brought those names up was because I know even Luke take kids. He put them in school. Blah 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 blah. Those guys have a true interest in the kid. There's nothing for them to gain out of it.
Right.
But I've seen that dude that be hanging at the park, pick their shorty up from practice every day, take him home, this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. And then that coach knows who's the handler. Is it his high school coach? Is he the one that really got the grips on him? Is it the position coach like Coach Mo?
They're gonna find who the person to recruit.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. I remember this. I'm gonna just tell this story. At the time, Miami used to have a guy. He was named in that stuff. He used to float around I practice all the time, always with Miami gear on, picking 2 or 3 kids up, taking them home every day.
Right.
You're a street agent, bro. But anyway, that's a whole nother issue.
What was he doing? He was picking him up for what reason?
Come on. He picking him up. He taking him there, building that relationship. He probably taking him to go get something to eat. Probably out there every time you turn around. Bro, when I say them kids lived in the trap over on A Street, when I went to go visit one of them kids, you know your apartment is small when your television is on the love couch, on the love seat. I'm not lying to you.
What are we talking
no. No, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm telling you. When you walk in, the sofa's over here, the love seat's over here. There's about 12 inches of space between the two. And you could trip and put both of your hands out and hold yourself steady on both walls. Right. And the TV is on the couch. What I'm trying to say is that's the situation they're living in. But these boys always got brand new this, brand new Jordan, always got this college gear, always got this stuff. And you hanging around the same dude. Don't nobody, who is this guy? That's who. But anyway,
I think it's hard. I want to hard to tell. I think it's hard to tell. I've seen it. I've seen it both ways, bro. I've seen it both ways. I've seen it both ways. I've seen. I think it's the ones you don't see a lot of times. Like a lot of them are in the shadows. Some of them are in the shadows, right? But the one I've seen people, man, that genuinely, man, took care of kids for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because their mama wasn't, and they, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they was a fan of the kid or whatever. Right there with them, buying them everything, hanging with them. You know what I'm saying? And I think they had their best interests at heart to their best ability. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it. I've seen it, but I've seen it. I've seen it both ways, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It says, Coach, what do you think about Shamar's comments on St. Thomas and Central? What did he say? Do you know what he said, Streeter?
You talking about?
Oh, I saw this in the interview. I think they was talking about because Coach Mo was talking about his loyalty to Pace and not leaving. And what he said was, just because you go to Central or St. Thomas doesn't mean you're going to college. I think that was a part of that interview where he didn't leave Pace because he was saying just because you go win a state championship don't mean you're going to college. Am I right, chat? And that's true.
Right.
Everybody on the team
it's true. It's true. Let me clarify what he was saying. What he was saying was that because I was like, what made you just stay at Pace? I know they were coming for you, the top schools. I know they was coming after you. And he was like, basically, I did what's best for me. You know what I'm saying? It could have been vicinity-wise to his house. Maybe somebody didn't have a car. Like, it could have been anything of that. And that's what he was saying. But also what he was saying was that, yeah, sometimes you go be a part of a state champ. AJ said it. AJ said he wasn't happy after the state championship. He said, and the boy was like, why, Coach, what's up? He said, because I know some of y'all football is gone, and now what? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, even some of the good ones aren't getting to go to college. So I don't think he didn't mean anything. Now he didn't mean any malice, but I guess he was just telling the truth. He was telling the truth. Listen, I'm in a better position, staying at Pace. I stayed here. I'm in a better position than some guys who transferred out to all these different schools that nation.
Well, what he was saying was very valid. What he was saying was a lot of people transfer to those schools thinking they're going to go to college because these teams win state championships.
Right.
And that's, bro, you can go down St. Thomas and you can go down Central and anybody else who wins state. All 22, the starting 22 don't go to college. That's a fact. Now, a lot of them may go to college, but now here's what I'm going to say. Let me go back. Because this is the part I was forgetting. A lot of them don't go to college, but Coach Mo said something I've said for years. There's a college for every student that plays football.
He did.
He said that. I totally 100% believe that. But here's the reality of it. every kid is not prepared to go to that college because they're in love with the logo. He was talking about breaking down the players and putting them in the best situation. You can't be 5'6", 200 pounds talking about you're going to Alabama.
And some delusional parents do think their son's going to Alabama.
That's right. That's right. And so what he was saying made sense. These people are just because you are good at your particular high school, your high school is a pinhead on the globe, dog. Not even a pinhead on the globe when it comes to football. So because your son was the best kid for his region, state, or whatever, he may just be a Division II player. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But again, everybody wants to be a major D1, and I understand that. But dog, some of it is measurables, some of it is intangibles. It's a lot of things that take place in that, and we don't want to face the reality. And what he was saying, I agree with. This was the one part I said I didn't agree with, but I understood where he was coming from. And then we'll go ahead and move on to something else. He said that it was the coach's job to get the kids into college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you why I agree, but I highly disagree with that. Because if you leave your child's destiny in the hands of another man, he's got control.
Right.
Listen to me. I'm dead serious about this.
Right.
Now, once you have talks with a Coach Mo, AJ, those kind of people that are serious about getting guys in college, then yeah, you may lighten up the reins a little bit. But you have to take the recruiting as a parent from 8th grade. What do I mean by that? Making sure he's in the right classes. Making sure. See, this is why I try to tell you. I tell you and I tell everybody else, if there's parents out here listening, a lot of coaches don't give two craps from Sunday about what class your kid is in. A lot of coaches don't even know. They leave it up to the high school counselor who's not properly trained to make sure your kid is NCAA eligible.
Right.
They leave it up to the high school counselor to make sure that you're in your classes and you meet the 10-7 rule. They make sure that you're not in an Edgenuity class, which is a computer-based remedial class, versus a person-led class that NCAA. See, these are things people don't understand. And if we leave it up to the coach, guess what your kid will be doing? He'll be applying for college as a regular student, going to the military, or getting a job. Because he won't be going on an athletic scholarship. He won't qualify. I don't care how good he is on the field.
Right. I think that's responsibility. I think that's responsibility. I think he takes a burden that he takes, and he feels like that. But I've said to parents for a long time. I've said to parents, listen, okay, so you saying it's coach's job. In 4th quarter, when your son isn't going to college, whose responsibility is that? Period.
Exactly.
It's just simple. No other way to put it. If your child doesn't get into school, whose responsibility is that? That's it.
Well, right. And that's what I'm saying about parents.
Right.
That it's so much information. I'm going to tell you about coaches. We're in the middle of the season. I want to tell y'all about some of these coaches out here. We're in the middle of the football season. This was back before they had huddle. I'm calling coach on the phone for film exchange. Coach, it is 4:00 in the afternoon. Hey, coach, man, this Hayes. I was just trying to see when I could catch it. I hear this in the background. I'm like, what you doing? Coach, I'm out on my boat. I'm going to call you when I get back in. It is 4:30 game week, and you out on your boat. We get out of school at 2:30, bro. What I'm trying to, it's a lot of coaches like that. Y'all better know, man. Y'all better know what y'all dealing with. And you better start, if you're a parent, you better start 8th grade. If you know you got a gangster, you better, and if you don't, if you think you got a gangster, put him on the NCAA track. He still be eligible for college. Get him set, get him going, because they're making it so hard now, Streeter. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I was talking about the 10-7 rule. You know what the 10-7 rule is, Streeter? You over there trading, dog? You over there trading?
On a Sunday?
I
You
don't
can't
know.
trade Bitcoin on. Yeah, you can trade crypto on. Yeah, crypto 24/7. Let me see. I'm gonna check the charts right now. Since you
Yeah, I'm messing with you. But
talk
listen,
about 10-7 rules.
but I'm asking you a question. Do you know what the 10-7 rule is? Hola.
Oh no, you broke up. You said something. It broke up.
I say, do you know what
question?
the 10-7 rule is?
No.
So
Talk
that's
to
a
me.
new rule that's something that the NCAA came out with, right? Meaning you have to have your 10 credits by your 7th semester. If you don't have it, you automatically academically ineligible for that school. See, a lot of people want to retake classes over that summer and this, that. These are the rules I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That these are rules that are set in place. And a lot of parents think when they got recruited 20 years ago, it's the same. Totally different. And some of these single female parents,
Right.
the moms, have never been recruited except Miss Streeter. She the
Right.
only one played 3 technique for the Miami Hurricanes and the Chicago Bears. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, man. Somebody put on here, some of these kids don't have anything but their coat. Here we go. Herbert says some players, all they got is their coat. You right, bro.
It
You
is.
right.
It's true. It's true.
It is true. It is true. And some of these coaches just don't know. And to that, I don't blame a coach. You don't know. But if you're serious about your craft, you'll find out. If not, guess what? Email Coach Hayes. I'll walk you through it. Call me. Talk to me. I promise you I will. I'll help you. I've already had a parent, a Hurricane commit, call me and ask me questions in regards to the recruiting process. Then I have no problem doing that. All right. So anyway, so Street, man, let's go ahead and get ready to get about this thing. We had 200 in the chat. It's 8:20. Let me ask you this last part.
What's up?
Shamar Stewart put on his Twitter on January 15th. I'm a defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 1.5 thousand likes, 97 retweets, and 81 comments. What does that mean? Or is that something y'all talked about in part 2 of y'all video?
No, you say, what does it mean?
Well, I was going to say, well, what does it mean for Miami, who apparently recruited a Cyrus Moss, who was a 3-4 bodies type style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not definitely not going to be a traditional 4-3 guy. And if that's the case, he may have to come in and play that over the tackle, as they call it, the 5 technique, or the 4 tech, actually. I don't know if that's a question you guys asked in part 2. I'm trying to get a little teaser there out you.
Well, the question about the Twitter, what he said on Twitter, or
no, I'm saying did you guys talk about that in part 2 of this?
He wants. I mean, everybody knows in Miami. No doubt he wants to be he want to be a defensive end. He want to go get the quarterback. But when it comes to Miami, there's no confusion there. They have won with Cristobal and with the defensive coordinator and what Miami's doing. There's no confusion there. Cyrus Moss may be the one not finna do what you think you finna do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's no confusion there. They definitely understand what he wants. Just like James Williams. It's kind of like James Williams, right? When we was like, safety, there's a lot of people like, hey, can't even say safety. And Miami was like, man, we want him at safety. Like, come on at safety. Nah, they in tune with Miami and what he's trying to do. And who Miami brings in. They know you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That did come up. Right.
All right.
Listen,
so yeah,
man, before I get out of here, dog. Before I get out of here, man. 786-405-9499. IOD squad. Bitcoin is in the gutter. Well, it's coming back up. It's gonna come back up fast now. It's in the gutter, and that's when you gotta buy it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to buy. No, I'm dead serious. No, Streeter, listen to me.
Listen. Look, dog, you say that every week. You still got $12 in crypto.
I got my checkbook. Right here. I'm gonna move it so people can't read the ID. I got my checkbook right here, dog. I'm ready.
You cannot buy crypto with checks. That's how we know I'll be sure ain't serious. He ain't serious. You gave back crypto a check. This man is 1986, man. Yeah, checkbook. I bet you got the other little paper in behind too where you can keep the receipt. Everything.
I balance my checkbook, dog. I'm a real. That's why my credit score over 850. How about that? How about that?
We know. But you ain't buying crypto with it. You can buy it with your credit card. You could listen. If I had I ain't gonna say that. You can buy it with your credit card.
Listen.
So listen. 7864549 IOD squad, dog. I'll let your boy.
Yes. Listen,
Street,
for real.
I got a class to go get, dog. What's up?
Man, forget that class. I'm trying to be part of the class. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna call you right up.
This man, wow, man. Tell me forget that. But
I'm
listen,
dead serious.
You enjoyed the interview, dog?
I really did, bro. You see, I sat there and watched it, man.
It was an idea I had, man. I pitched it to Twan, told X about it. It was an idea I had, and we didn't know. Me and Twan kind of went back and forth on it. Twan was like, listen, dog, Shamar's the hardest thing in the country right now. How you gonna send him off to the side? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I got an idea, dog. I got an idea. Because talking to Mo is like talking to an extension of Shamar. You know what I'm saying? I had an idea. And I hope it come across as if the idea I had in my head. I just went with my instincts on that, man. And I appreciate that, bro.
Well, listen, man, it's I have to say this. It's a good perspective, right? Because we always hear from the players. We always hear from, and we always saying, who is that guy? Who is that guy? And right. I said, so it's always a great deal to talk to that guy. Like, what's wrong with talking to that guy? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I said all that to say, you know, it is what it is. So it's a great deal, man. I thought it was great. It was a new spin on it, right? And here's the best part: you didn't have both of them there. Either technically they were, but I'm saying they weren't on the screen where they kind of like looking at each other. Maybe they was, but it was more
like the whole time. Them kids be tearing them phones up, dog. They be tearing them phones up. Yeah, until we started talking about that playoff loss, he put that phone down. But he perturbed by whatever happened up there in that playoff loss. But he wasn't feeling that.
He got hot. He got hot about that, man. But listen, man, let me say this piece before we get out of here, man. I know you got a class. I just want to give a quick big up to my homeboy, man. Like I said, I got this thing up here. You know my homeboy, Actor Man E, right?
Yeah.
He be on the show. You missed it earlier when I was talking about it. I went to his play today. He's doing a play. It's called A Mountaintop. He's playing Martin Luther King. Bro, when I say it's exciting, if y'all in the Central Florida area, go check it out. It's running now January 21st through February 6th. When I say, man, it's heart-wrenching. It's touching, bro. It's awesome. It's not your typical Martin Luther King. It ain't no I have a dream speech. It's not the same thing over and over. It's amazing. I'm gonna put this up here real quick because I want people to see the work here. So hold on 1 second. Let me pop this in. Don't go out. You see right here, that's my man, Actor Man E. It's called The Mountaintop right here in Orlando in the Winter Garden area. My man, own it, my man. I'm telling you, Streeter. Yeah. Listen. And I wasn't expecting. I'm thinking he's going to be able to, I have a dream one day. It ain't none of that. It's nothing like that. You know what I mean? And so it's actually a pretty cool deal in that sense. So if you guys can go check it out, I'll leave the description I have to put the link in the description, or you go check out his Facebook page, Actor Man E or Essex O'Brien, whatever the case may be. But other than that, Streeter, I'm telling you, can I call you 2 seconds after I get off of here? Or what time is your class?
As soon as I get off here, I done delayed it 4 times in here messing with you, Albie. You my dog, though. I fuck with you.
You know, man, we got to make that thing happen.
I hit you after, though.
Here we go. Hey, I bet somebody. All you gotta do is put bet in the comment section. I bet anybody he does not hit me after he finishes class. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Type in bet. The first person to put bet in, I'll send you a Polo Timmy shirt if he called me after his show. I promise.
I'm gonna hit you. Hey Siri, remind me to call Al B. Sure at 9:30 tonight.
1 sec. Okay, add it to today's reminders.
Gotcha. There you go. Siri gonna remind me.
Right here. Daniel collects. Oh Lord, that sounds dangerous. If I don't see no shirt, he might break my legs. All right, Daniel collects. He ain't
Siri
gonna
on
call
the
me.
job now.
Yeah.
Siri, hey Siri.
Hey, wait.
Leave Siri alone.
Hey, Bertram Star said we need to support Active Man E. Email me and I'll send that over there to him so you can tell you. It's just simple. Mine is coachhayesfootball@gmail.com. Email me and I'll forward that to Active Man E if you guys want to do that. As well as you see, we got PayPal. I got a link in the description as well for PayPal. Comes directly to us. And of course, we got our Cash App and everything else. But other than that, man, I'm out of here, dog. He got to change his lighting. He got to get in the mood so he can trade going.
Let's go talk trading, man. Listen, man. And tell your mama I said, man, keep her head up, man. She got bombed for that 7 at the end of that game today. You ain't see that, dog?
Yeah, my old girl got bumped, but your old girl ain't make the blitz. She blitzed off the edge. Hey, she blitzed off the edge. She pulled up to my, I tweaked it. Ooh.
Yeah, man. I know she in the Tampa area, man. She's summer right now, man. She got bumped for them 7 that the boy get field goal range in that game on her like that, man. Tell her keep her head up, dog. It's gonna be all right. Cornerback gotta have short memories, all right?
But your girl at E-Boy City at the bar right now, just drinking whalebone, talking about, boy, we almost had that thing, dog. We almost had
the Tampa game? You watched the Tampa game?
I started late because I was watching it. I didn't realize it was that close.
That was good. That thing was good, bro. That was good. That was a good one.
Great question,
right, man. I'm out of here, man. Listen, ILD squad 786459499. Text your boy. I'll get you the link. I'll be. Catch you on the other side, big dog.
I can think about you night and day. Think about you. All right, we out of here, man. That's my dog. Listen, man, it was good to have Street on 157, man. You know we like to clown. We like to have fun. Daniel collects. You the first one to put bet up there. I guarantee you I'm not going to get a phone call. I guarantee it. But anyway, Chug Mobile in the building. Appreciate you as always, man. Thank you so much. I think Miami, Florida, I'm getting ready to start tonight. I think at 8:30 or 8:45, if I'm not mistaken. Go over there and tell them Coach Hayes sent you. Huh? And again, appreciate everybody. Thank you for everybody who donated tonight. Have a good time. And like I say, for those out there, if you want to support Active Man E, just hit me on my email. You go to Coach Hayes Football, put in the thing, and I'll definitely get it over there to him. And I appreciate you. That's awesome. You don't want to miss it, man. God almighty. Good job, Active Man E. All right. And with all that being said, Coach Hayes, appreciate you. I thank you. Oh, WREs. Watch them every day. Hit the button. Almost at 20,000 subscribers. 20,000. We almost there. Y'all do it. All right. Peace.